M F Husain's fresh pictorial idiom is a result of his wide-ranging early influences, like Jain and Basholi miniatures, Mathura sculptures, Bankura horses, the European masters, and Chinese painting. He adapted these forms to suit his own modernist sensibilities, with which he sought to bridge East and West. This oil on canvas is one of his many explorations of his favorite rural theme. He drew from colors of the Indian countryside in the mosaic of flat plains of green, orange, yellow, and brown. These figures, rendered in two-dimensional forms, evoke the figuration of the Indian miniatures that profoundly affected Husain. Expressionism held sway with Husain as a member of the Progressive Artists group. While the Expressionists also famously rejected realism, art critic Shiv Kapoor asserts such emotive distortion was an accepted feature of Indian miniature painting. Husain drew deeply from classical Indian sculpture. He believed it offered a better blueprint to represent the harmony and rhythm of Indian forms than Western art styles. The couple cut figures that are distinct from the depiction of the human form in the Western canon. In this 1960s painting of a group of women, one can discern the influence classical Indian art had on Husain's practice. He used strong yet lyrical lines to delineate the figures and introduced an element of movement with the Tribhanga pose from classical Indian dance. According to Shiv Kapoor, he often used the female form as the vehicle for his exploration of the nature and drama of reality. The figures are camouflaged within the foliage and blend seamlessly into the landscape, requiring the viewer to actively seek them out. Husain remained hesitant to embrace the conspicuous sensuality of Indian sculpture, despite being immensely moved by them. He instead used them as an inspiration to fashion a less voluptuous figure, developing a style more suited to his rural subjects, according to art critic Geeta Kapoor. This painting foregrounds three women whose forms embody the quick, trim alertness of Husain's figures in Kapoor's words. The woman's chastity is underlined by the dark wash which dominates the top half of the canvas and obscures half their faces, making their features hard to ascertain. Women were among Husain's most important preoccupation as an artist. It is a subject he meditated upon for most of his career, like in his early work from 1950s, featuring rural women. Geeta Kapoor notes that Husain did not emphasize the beauty of rural Indians like Amrita Shaigil, choosing instead to imbibe them with a vitality that was fed by their milieu. In this work, Husain brought together two of his most important subjects, the horse and the woman. This majestic, rearing horse betrays the formative influence of Bankura horses and the Chinese artist Shu Binghong. The animal is charged with the vitality present in Husain's horses since viewing Binghong's paintings of 1,000 horses. The elegant long neck and raised ears are features that Husain borrowed from terracotta Bankura horse, which moved him during his travels across India. The woman is drawn in the same bold lines as the horse. The grace of her form is emphasized by the fluid lines which are echoed in the tail and hind of the animal. Shiv Kapoor asserts that Husain bonded these two archetypes in an explosive charge of life. Bid on these works by M F Husain and other celebrated modern Indian artists at our flagship evening sale in New Delhi on September 14, 2024.